Man, I just want to thank you. I literally hit you up on Friday. We've been talking for a minute, and I was like, yo, you down to come on the show?
Yeah.
We got to make it happen.
Let's go.
Sometimes I'm just real impulsive like that, where I have an idea, and luckily you were in town and you were available. I know you just got off a tour, so I want to thank you, man, for
man.
just being so ready. You were on point. I was like, yo, can you do it on Monday? You're like, yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, I had to, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
man.
what happened.
Of course, my brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I've been supporting your music. I'm a fan.
Oh, man. Thank you, bro.
And I remember when I first heard, I think the first time I got introduced to your music, I heard some joints with Mind Design. They were like some gospel edits.
Yeah,
But I had seen your name around on SoundCloud for a minute, because I know you're cool with Mind Design, Joyce Rice, and I originally thought you were from LA just because you were associated with all the LA beathead community.
Yeah.
And then I heard Love, Love. And that song just took me back, bro. Like,
oh man,
the cover of that joint is sick. It reminded me of like Maya or something from the early 2000s. The vibe of that, the energy of it. So just the artwork, the photo in general caught my attention. And then when I heard it play, it just reminded me of like Saw Ra, Jay Davy, that real like warm, neo soul West Coast feel good kind of sound. And I was like, man, who is this guy? So like, where did he come from? He's literally sonically reaching this sound that like I haven't heard done in like proper in a long time.
Oh, man. God bless you, bro.
Of course, man. So you're actually from Orlando.
Yes, sir.
Shout out all my people out in Florida.
407, what up?
Yes, sir. Yeah. And like I said, it's a trip because I thought you were from the West Coast. Yeah, that Kelly vibe.
Man. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I came in here. I mean, we'll get into how I got here a little later, I guess. But yeah, as soon as I got here, it's just like everyone was really welcome, So it made me feel like I was from out here, actually. So, but yeah, now it's Florida.
How long have you been in LA now?
Since last July.
Last July?
Yeah.
Got it.
It's about to be a year.
Wow. And you're locked in over here. Like I said, I thought you were here for some time, and you actually just got in from Japan, right?
Yeah, that's where I flew from.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was in Japan for like a year and a few months, and then
it's my favorite place.
Yeah, you were just out there, yeah. Woo.
In Japan, for those who haven't been to Japan, you need at least 2 to 3 weeks there if you want to do it right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, any time there is better than nothing. Yeah. But if you have time, at least 14 days minimum, especially out in Tokyo. I haven't even had a chance to really explore Osaka or Kyoto or all the other amazing places there. But Tokyo is just a special place in my heart.
Tokyo's so fire.
And that's where you were staying at, yeah?
Yeah, man. Tokyo almost feels like a second home to me now. Because, I mean, that's where I was living and struggling out there. Oof, boy.
Yeah, but real. I feel like those moments most likely build character for anybody. I respect anybody who just gets up and leaves and starts a whole new life in a whole other country, especially a place like Japan where, it's a whole nother language. Did you learn Japanese a bit?
I did, and I was learning some before I even moved out there. But living there, you learn a whole lot. Just having friends and stuff like that.
That's some of the most gracious, polite people.
Absolutely.
I mean, the courtesy that people out in that Japanese people have is just amazing.
Yeah,
Let's describe your sound real quick, man. This album that just dropped. Shout out to Honra, right? It's off a sub label of All City, yeah. What's the name of the label?
Oh, it's called Nothing But Net.
Nothing But Net. And the album Bussin', right? Yo, fire.
Thank you, man.
I mean, it has some elements of R&B, some G-funk, some gospel, soul. It has this mid-90s kind of feel sonically, where does that influence come from?
Shout out to the Morrison Frazier family, man. My parents, they're big music heads. My mom used to dig for records, and I grew up on like Commissioned and Fred Hammond, Donny Hathaway. For my parents and my brothers, they were like big hip hop heads. So like, I was like 7, 8 years old listening to Slum Village and like Gangstar, All City, Group Home, stuff like that. So like that weird combination of things just kind of eventually consolidated and turned into my sound.
Yeah. and you know your musical family. Your dad could sing. Your dad's actually on the album.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's playing guitar on the first track.
Shout out to David.
Shout out to David. Love you, Dad.
Well, you know what? Let's take a quick break. You're gonna also be playing this. I see this keyboard right here.
Yeah.
They're gonna be playing some live, some of your favorite joints from there.
Do a little something.
I hope LOVE's in there. That's all I gotta say. We'll see. What's the name of the record with your pops, David?
It's called It's Time.
It's Time. Let's get into that right now, and then let's get into the joint with Joyce Rice.
Yes, sir.
All right, right here, Soulection Radio. All right, Devin Morrison, Beats 1. Keep it locked.
You got my heart, every beat, complete with free shipping and handling, guaranteed.
So, we just heard 2 records, right? One with your pops. Shout out David once again. If you're just tuning in, I think it's amazing that you recorded a song with your dad and he laid down what was it, the guitar? Mm-hmm. How did that feel to play a record with your dad and have him on your album? That's your debut.
It's so surreal. Like, I love my dad, and he's been one of my favorite, musical inspirations. And so, I wrote that song and I was like, yo, it'd be so cool to get my dad on here. So I asked my dad, and he felt honored. I'm like, dude, he was, I would love to, son. So I'm like, he laid it down, and I was like, man, this is perfect. So
why didn't he sing on it?
You know what? I don't know.
That would have been hard. Y'all need to do another one, the next album, where y'all just doing like going back and forth, ad-libbing each other and just.
He would have killed me though. Y'all would have like, all right. After this part, I wouldn't listen to the rest of the record.
All right, Dad, just take the rest of the album on.
For real.
That's amazing. And then we played another record with, shout out Joyce Rice. I've been knowing her since at least 2012, man, for a minute. It's been so tight to watch her growth and just to see her, bloom into a young vocalist and just really doing her thing out here in LA, making a name for herself. Yeah, man. How did that record come about?
It came about like I was just in the crib and I made the track. I think I wrote the bridge first, and I was like, okay. I wrote the bridge and the chorus, and then I was like, I think I'm gonna get Joyce on this. And so I asked her, and she was like, yeah, I'd love to. And I was like, yeah. So she came through, and we knocked it out in about 3 sessions. So yeah, it was pretty straightforward.
You also have some other great features on the album. You want to talk about that as well?
Yeah, I got Daz Dillinger on the record.
That's crazy. A G-Funk classic, man.
Hold up, I got Daz Dillinger not cursing on the record. That's like, I feel like I just made history. But yeah, I got Daz. I got
We Are King.
We Are King.
Yep,
for sure. My man Ace Hashimoto, also known as Brandon Deshay. I hope I'm not forgetting. Oh, Lax Mabel, my brother.
Oh, you got your brother on there too?
Yeah.
I missed that one.
Yeah, one of my brothers. I have another one, but yeah,
okay.
Lax is
so damn, it's a really family oriented project. Yeah, amazing. And your brother, what'd he do on the track?
He was singing. He sang his butt off on the second verse. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we have to go back into that and really listen. This is a complete album, and you were also describing the sound as what? Dream Soul, because the joint with your pops, that one, it just feels like an early mid 90s R&B feel, and you don't hear that nowadays. So the fact that you're able to get that range out and just kind of bring it in a modern day, it's crazy.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I listened to a lot of commissioned, and so that was just kind of coming out. I just wanted to create a really dreamy, real song. I mean, it was about some real stuff I was going through, and that's how it came about.
Yeah, and right now, what's your next move? Because just listening to this album, I can't wait to like really see it live with the full band. I know you just got off a tour with Onra, but it was more of a just pretty much you. But if I want to see you with the band, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, man. We're about to start rehearsing pretty soon, so I'm trying to do a show in LA. So we'll see how it works out, but it's gonna be solid.
Just be coming through.
Yeah.
How old are you, by the way?
I am 13. No, I'm just kidding. I'm 26.
You're 26, man. Because I don't know where you came from, but I literally just felt the need to just bring you on because I've been putting you on to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
For those who've been listening to Soulection, you already know who this guy is if you've been really paying attention, but this is your first time. You're about to get really acquainted with the sound, and I just feel like you deserve like a real audience, you know.
Thank you.
We need to get you on colors and get you on all that.
Oh man, so I'm just trying to get better, man, so I can be responsible and handle all that.
Because this is like your first official album, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so I mean, shoot, I can't wait to hear what's next. Let's take one more break. What song could we get into?
You know what? Let's go ahead and get into Fairy Tale since we were talking about it. Fairy Tale featuring Lax Mabel.
All right, let's get into it right now. Here's Soulection, Devin Morrison. Keep it locked. So that was your brother on that last track, Lax Mabel. That boy can sing.
Yes,
You can tell he came straight from the choir, straight from church, straight from the soul, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to your whole family, man. What a blessing to be able to grow, you know, around that and just be surrounded like that. And does he have any music out himself as well or no?
Yeah, he got a couple of drops on SoundCloud, but he's currently working on his record right now. So it's gonna be crazy because he's so freaking talented. Like, I mean, him and my oldest brother taught me how to make beats when I was a kid. So I learned a lot from them, and they're just. I can't wait for people to hear more from them. So
Yeah, are they back in Florida?
They in ATL.
Oh, in ATL.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, y'all need to just put a whole compilation together or something.
Yo.
Just show the whole talents and then send it my way, and
I
I'll
got
do
you.
what I do, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about the album title real quick because it has a real significant storyline, Bussin'.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the concept come from and what's going on with that?
All right, so I was in Japan and I was trying to get a visa renewal. Job fired me, couldn't get the renewal. Had to go to immigration, whatever, and be like, "Can I stay?" And they're like, "Nah, you gotta go. Where you going?" I'm like, "LA." And they're like, "All right, cool." So at that point, I had to go to LA, and I had to go to LA at a certain day, and they wasn't paying for my ticket, so I had to come up with the money somehow. So I'm like, dang, I'm broke and I can't get home. So Fitz Ambrose was like, yo, you should do like a little, you know, street CD, just some joints you got, and just, you know, give them away at your going away party, or sell them at your going away party. And I'm like, all right, that's a good idea. And then we ran the idea by the label that I was working on a previous album with that no one knows about. But they were like, well, we'll just give you an advance and, you know, get you home. So I'm like, all right, you know, sure. So use that money to pay for the ticket. But I gave the name Bussin' just because bussin' is like it's like a Floridian slang. You know, just like when something's really delicious, you know, something's real tasty, you say, yo, it's doing bussin'. So I just wanted to make real tasty, you know, sweet, succulent music, you know.
True.
Yeah, and I mean, that's essentially where it came from. So initially, it's weird, like initially it was just a little scrappy idea, and then over time, I kind of built it more and more, me and Ornra, you know, corresponding. So
Got it. Yeah, and shout out Onra. He's a legend in the beat scene.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah, I think it's dope that you two came together and like he executive produced the whole project.
Yep.
So I think that's amazing. He was involved as a label head all across the board. And the fact that your music is clean as well, I noticed that.
Yeah.
You know, I know because we got the youth listening, and you know, you found a way to keep it clean.
Listening.
Yeah, my mama. That's a good son right there.
Yeah, you know, cursing in music is never. I never felt the need to do it. And I was like, you know what? I mean,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, I'm excited to have you on here. We're about to get into a little exclusive, rare set by you. We're going to be playing 3 songs. What songs are those?
It's going to be LOVE, Guaranteed, and No.
Oh, I love Guaranteed. That track is fire.
Appreciate
Y'all about to hear right now. All right, man. Yo, I just want to thank you again.
Thank you, brother.
You know,
Yes,
it's the
sir,
first of, you know, it's an initiation.
Yeah.
We're going to have to jump you for 13 seconds. The logo tatted on your neck.
That's what the
You in it now.
Ooh, let's go.
You're in the brotherhood. All right, well, yeah, man, thanks again. And make sure y'all keep it locked.
Thank you.
Don't go nowhere.